We are attempting to build 6 razor-sharp Minecraft swords in real life using the actual materials from the game.
However, these swords can't just look pretty, they have to be razor-sharp and ready to slice in real life. And whoever fails will get pelted with slime balls by hundreds of Minecraft's biggest fans. So I am gonna get started on my iron sword.
You left a couple pieces.
I drew the shape of a Minecraft sword onto this wood, now I just have to cut it. One thing I did different this time is make the handle about 4 times longer so you can actually hold it with 2 hands. Now I know you're looking at this hunk of wood saying, Tyler, how on earth will that slice? But it will. And even if the wood sword doesn't work that well, I have a secret plan for my Netherite sword that's gonna look so cool and be so good at slicing, you're not even ready for it. I'm gonna keep cutting. Look at that handle, baby. Let's go. Ooh, in just a couple hours, this is gonna be a sharp sword.
In our last video, we have already made all of the Minecraft swords. However, none of them were designed to slice. And this is what it looks like when I try to slice with it. Oh, golly, this thing is way too heavy. Not only that, you see the thickness of this? I might as well slice with a baseball bat. So by the end of this video, this pile of brass and 24 karat gold powder and this pile of iron will be some incredible real life sharp swords. Let's get started.
This is my absolutely beautiful and perfect stone sword from the last video, and it is not built to slice. But I'm going to sharpen it because, as you'll find out later in the video, my diamond sword is going to take so many new processes that I've never even done before. So let's get this sword out of the way.
This is just the beginning before we go on to phase 2, sharpening all the tips. Woo! Bro, something is absolutely on fire. Like, dude, it smells like there's a fire right behind me. I just don't see it. This thing is ready to slice. And this is oak wood, the hardest wood that Home Depot has. So I actually think it will survive slicing, although it is pretty thin. But that's the way you need it. Now it's time for round 2 of sharpening. The edges are not sharp yet, and I'm gonna fix that right now. So I still gotta polish it to make it sharper and add a suba and maybe make the handle not as sharp to grab with your hands.
We have got some much thinner metal. This is gonna make things a lot lighter and a lot easier to actually slice. So I'm gonna take our stencil sword, significantly modified the handle to be much longer because longer is better. And that is our tang. This is the intersection. Grandma's finest crafting table. I'm gonna go to a toilet table because this thing got my back built like a cashew.
All right, so now that we're done sharpening the stone sword, I've noticed a couple of issues. I can only get the stone sword so sharp, but now that it's fully sharpened, I can start on the real task, the diamond sword. And I have a really elaborate plan for it. Let me explain. We're gonna make this sword in about 4 different pieces.
What that means is we are going to make the blade, pretend it's an incredible blade. We're gonna give that blade.
It's complicated, and it involves a whole lot of things that I've never done before. But the first step of all of that is to trace out the shape.
This table is the worst. I almost have all of my pieces cut out except for these pieces right here and this piece right here. So I'm gonna cut those out right now.
The sword is sharp and looks great, but you'll see something is missing, and that is the suba. I don't know if that's what it's called in Minecraft, but that's what I'm calling it. I'm using this thick piece of wood to extend the sides, and then I'm gonna use this thin piece of wood to go on top and attach it all together. Now there is one problem. I have less brain cells than a zombie. You'll see that this piece of wood is a little too thin to make the suba, and we are too broke to afford another piece of wood. So I need you to subscribe so we can make up for our mistakes in the future. My plan B is gonna be making this piece of wood kind of like this yellow shape. It's slice time! I'm making this up as I go, baby. I haven't even looked at a ruler this entire time. Marked up and looking like a sword. Let's keep going. I just traced it on a piece of paper. I don't know why, I'm just trying stuff. That is manufacturing precision at its finest. I'm gonna pop these pieces right here, and we're gonna use those to attach the blade together, and it's gonna look good, and it's gonna slice real good.
Step 1 is to cut the shape and tang out of steel. You might notice that this is only one side of the sword, and that's because I'm cutting out 2 pieces and then welding them together after the fact. All right. 1 half is done. Now to do it again. All right, our 2 halves are cut out. Now we just have to weld them together, and by the end it should look just like this. So my plan is to weld these together, fill the middle with resin, and then start on the guard, handle, and pommel. But I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
This is the current status of the sharp Minecraft iron sword. As you can see, it's in a bunch of pieces like a big puzzle. And before we put this puzzle together, we need to polish all of these pieces down. Then once we go from 80 grit all the way to 3000 grit sandpaper, we're gonna finish it off with a polishing pad, and this sword will be polished and ready to slice. All of my pieces are now polished and shiny, and the next step is to put all of these pieces together into one sword. Now last time I made my sword, I didn't use the welder because the welder makes things look very ugly. However, this thing needs to be incredibly structurally sound, otherwise it might split and shatter when I try to slice with it, and that cannot happen. I am going to weld all of this together right now.
It is stain time. All of my pieces are looking absolutely fantastic, and now it's time to wood glue them all together. If you guys watched the last episode, you remember how good I am at wood gluing. Hopefully I don't fail. Stain is oil-based and wood glue is water-based, which means they won't mix. And if I try to glue it, it won't work. So I need to sand this stuff down. I gotta find a tool to do that. Now my stuff might have a chance of staying together. I slipped up and accidentally chopped off half of this piece, but just ignore that, it's fine. I'm editing this, so this will just get removed.
All right, before we start welding this together and before we can pour the resin into it, I have to sharpen it. Sharpening makes a lot of heat. Resin can't stand it when things are hot. It'll just melt. So step 1, sharpen. Step 2, weld. Step 3, resin, and then we'll move on from there.
Lock in, we got this.
This is the current status of Peter's Minecraft diamond sword, and it looks pretty awesome. Now while Peter is out harvesting more diamonds and wood, I'm gonna weld all of this together because apparently I'm the least worst at welding. So I'm gonna put some of the least bad welds right on this bad boy. I finally finished welding all that, as this thing is looking quite crispy. Peter is gonna have one epic diamond sword. But is it gonna be epic enough to slice better than my golden diamond sword?
How well can we attach this stuff without attaching it to the table? Phase 1, attach the main sticks. Phase 2 is gonna be attaching the fancy pieces. Okay. Oh. Dang it. Well, we're back to square one. Wood gluing is not what I'm known to be good at. I guess I'll do the new strategy, using these pieces for extra strength. But like, no way I could line those up well. Should I go ahead and put on the next piece? I might do it. Is it a bad idea? Yes. Does that mean I won't do it? Nope. I just believe in myself too much. If this was too easy, then it wouldn't be as fun, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be as satisfying when I destroy the boys. Honestly, I do think this sword will be able to slice the Tommy mat. This is genuinely very sharp. And even if this one fails, I have a genius plan for my next sword that will absolutely slice so good and look awesome. But first, I gotta get this one done without it breaking. Does that look good? Comment below.
Come here, come sit with me. Nice and close, let me show you something. This is the sharp Minecraft sword, and this is V1. As you can see, it's got nice, pretty, beautiful checkers all down the blade. But if I were to put these little square doohickeys on this blade, chances are pretty dang high that if I slice all of those little checker pieces, gone. Instead, I think I'm either gonna leave this blank or I might acid etch some checkers onto the blade. And I think that would be pretty sick. So I'm gonna do that.
I got my squid ink and it's time for the final round of staining. This sword is done and now you and me are going to the Nether. And in order to do that, I need something out of this closet. I found part of it. Flint and steel. Well, that didn't work. But I did find this steel at Lowe's and I'm gonna use it to build my sword. But Tyler, how is that iron block gonna become a sword? Well, let me tell you. This will only be the core to my sword. And the rest of it is gonna be made out of resin and obsidian and the world's blackest paint. And this is gonna be the inner part and the blade that gets sharpened so it can actually slice. In the last episode, I made this ugly bum, which the tip area looks really cool. But this part was a waste of time. So I'm gonna use what I learned last time to create this awesome texture going throughout the entire blade. Step 1, trace our template sword and cut that bad boy out. This Sharpie is the same color green that Kelly is gonna get slimed with.
This human colored fist is the same color as the fist that's about to hit Tyler in the face right now. That's right. Let me collect that XP.
Shield equipped. Let's get after it. Time to cut the other side. I think someone put acid on my table. What is this?
So how the heck am I gonna acid etch this sword? Well, that's a great question. I'm gonna put gloves on, and I should probably put eyeball protection on. I'm gonna go find some eyeball protection.
I found the fork.
He doesn't have a real life Minecraft sword.
Brother, neither do you. It's still in production.
You're out of production, my boy. Mr. Magical Eraser. And we're about to dismember him. How'd you get back here? We're gonna pour this acid into this container. Oh, that looks good and tasty. This is our acid stamp. Once I do this, there is no going back. That's an acid sponge. This is so scary. This is the most concentrated I've ever have to been. That didn't even make sense. See, I'm more concentrating on stamping than I am forming sentences. Right, I'm gonna take my sword outside and rinse it off and hope that nothing goes wrong, because there's a lot that could go wrong. Maybe while I rinse it off, the acid just kind of spreads everywhere and ruins my pretty polished sword. The acid splashes into my face and I die. The acid splashes into Peter's face and he dies and I win. There's a lot of bad things that could happen.
I have a strategy for this sword, and it involves an open face mold, kind of like what Kelly did in the last episode for his gold sword. Except I'm gonna be using, what am I using? Using resin and the world's blackest paint and some obsidian and gold dust for 2 halves of the sword, glue them both to the metal piece, AKA the sharp blade, and then slice with it and not get slimed. Observe my genius. We got sword on a stick, put it in the mold, and we're ready. I got my Gordon Ramsay bowl, and I'm gonna fill it with resin. It looks like this chunk hasn't rendered yet, bro. What is that? There's more bubbles in it than I would like it to, but oh well. Sword in, this is where it gets exciting. And I get to see if this will work. That might be perfect. Oh man, I just had a great idea. I could have sunk the sword to the bottom and there would have definitely not been bubbles. Hopefully this works anyways. We're gonna find out tomorrow.
Now to get this acid off of here, I'm gonna spray it with baking soda and soap because apparently that stops the reaction. And I'm gonna rinse it off real quick. Even though this sword is only like 1/4 of the thickness of my other iron sword, it is still incredibly heavy and it hurts to hold. So this is what it currently looks like. As you can see, it has quickly oxidized the blade, so there's a little bit of browning from rust. So a quick polish is gonna even all that out, and a little bit afraid that it just completely polished off all of our acid etch. But I think if we do it one more time and leave our acid on for much longer, that won't happen. So we're gonna do that. While the acid does its thing to my sword, I am going to start on the wooden handle. This is the Walmart cutting board that was used to make not only the handle for our sword made entirely out of paper clips, Minecraft diamond sword from our last video, and the handle to Peter's junkyard sword. So the legend must live on for this Walmart cutting board. And it will become the handle for my Minecraft iron sword.
All right, so we got a big problem with the sword. It is crunch time. I do not have much time. Thankfully, Kelly was able to weld these bits to the sword and weld the 2 halves together, but I still have to sharpen it, I still have to polish it, I still have to fill it with resin, and I still have to make the handle. There's literally 0 time to waste, so let's start grinding.
First side done, let's go, baby! Golly, this thing looks diabolical, are you kidding? Now I gotta do the same thing to the other side.
You ready for more time lapses? God, I love doing time lapses.
Look at this diabolical mess. And this is what my mold looks like. That looks pretty good. There was a little bit of spillage. I don't know how that happened, but the sword is under mold, and that's all that matters. So now I'm gonna demold this bad boy. I don't know how I'm gonna take this thing out. I'm gonna start with plan A. Wait a minute. My genius plastic wrap prevented it from attaching to the mold. I can just pop it out like so. This might be the easiest demold we've ever done. That is a sword mold right there, baby. Let's go, look at that. I gotta be careful with this bad boy because this is the only chance I have. Our mold is filled with dirt and filth, but besides that, it'll work.
I just went outside and explained to the boys how funny it is that this Walmart cutting board has been the handle for 4 of our swords. And Peter goes, yeah, and it's gonna be the handle for my next Minecraft sword.
It's good wood, I like it.
But it also has to be the handle for my Minecraft sword. Tyler mentioned that he was thinking about also using, this is all that I need, is just this strip here. So if I get this part, that leaves this whole slab of cheese for you two to fight between.
I see 3 giant Walmart cutting boards with computers on them right now.
Are you really telling us to make the handle out of our desk?
Here's my handle. What I need to do now is cut it in half. That's gonna be hard. But not hard enough because I can still do it. I've got both sides of my wood handle cut out. Now all I have to do is glue them on with some epoxy.
It's resin time! I also have the world's blackest paint that I'm gonna mix in. That looks about level. This is the cup I drink water from every single day, and I hate to see it go, but it is what it is. A-N. How am I gonna measure this? Yeah, something like this will work. This goes in here, goes in here. I'm gonna start by mixing the blackest paint in there. That looks way too cool. Oh my gosh. Look, it stopped halfway between the resin. That's crazy. Mixing time. I'm gonna see if I can find the obsidian real quick and add it to the blade. I found some, but it needs to get hydraulic pressed first. And we're done. It's just that easy. If I made the right ratios, this should work. Get a little bit in there, put some black in. That doesn't look that good. Shoot, should I just straight up? Yeah, I will. I'm making art right now, baby. This is awesome. That should work. Let's go. Okay, obsidian time. My strategy, impact. That's gonna work way too well. Woo! I can't wait to see how cool this sword looks. Little Salt Bay action. Oh yeah. Now I just need to wait 12 hours for it to turn out. The pinky technique, oh my gosh. That looks awesome.
I'm gonna polish the guard, polish the pommel, and then once I'm done filling it with resin, we can start on the handle. And then our sword will be done. And then I won't get hit by slime balls, right?
Handle is complete, acid etch is done. Now the last thing I have to do is attach a couple of these little bad boys to the guard and the bottom thingy. What I'm gonna do now to finalize my sword is put a little like that and a little like that. Let's finish this sword. My sword is 99% done. All that's left to do is give it one last final sharpen so that I can beat the boys and not get slimed.
It's time to see what our sword looks like. On first glance, it looks a little bit sideways. Let's see if it's solidified. No. Well, that sucks. How long until it's dry? Dry to the touch after 24 hours. Now, the scary thing is, there is a possibility that I mixed it wrong. The ratios are off. Should I make another mold while I have time? I mean, I might as well, right? It is time to make mold number 2. I'm gonna let my intrusive thoughts take over and see what happens. That wasn't as dirty as I thought it was gonna be. I'm literally stuck here watching paint dry while the boys work on stuff.
Compared to my first Minecraft iron sword, this thing is lightweight, super thin, and razor sharp, which means I will probably not be getting slimed. I hope. This is the current status of the sharp Minecraft sword. What we're doing with this gold sword is casting it into the shape we want. Now, I've already made one of these, however, it is incredibly heavy, it is incredibly thick, and it would definitely not slice. So what I'm gonna do is cast another one of these, but with a much longer handle, and we're gonna try to make it way thinner than this so that it's actually usable. In order to do that, I need a stencil.
All right.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a big old hole in my sword and there's no diamond on it, despite this being the diamond sword. Let's fix both of those problems with one swing, figurative swing. Here's the plan. We're gonna line the whole of the sword with clay, and then we're gonna set it to the side. All right, we've successfully given our sword a flesh hole. Now we have to prepare the workspace that the sword is going to be sitting on. We're going to wax this surface. When we pour the resin, it doesn't stick to the sheet. If it sticks to the sheet, that's game over. Why do I have a TNT plate here? I'll get to that, be patient. Acrylic.
This is the furnace that's gonna melt down our brass bars, and this is the crucible that's gonna hold all of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, did I miscount? 1, 2, 10 brass bars. I hope that's enough. It might not be. Now let's add all of our 24 karat gold. That is nice.
It's attached to the table. Why do I do this every time? Look at this. There's straight up screw holes. I drilled the sword into the table. That was not smart. No way I could just rip it out. Oh yeah! The hard part's done. Now I cut this out and do exactly what I did over there one more time. Yeah!
If I lift this mold and everything looks good, we turn on the furnace. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. That'll work. Let's turn on the furnace. It's about good.
That's going to be a sword. Also, I could be bugging, but I feel like this is way more gold than we had last time. You have this whole shield to protect your legs. My protection is a bottle of Swiftness 2.
I want it slightly at a decline. I just don't know how much is too much. Now we're gonna put our gold and our brass into the chamber. Get that centered. I'm gonna put this on and start the furnace.
That is way hotter than I remember it.
It goes like this. I mean, you gotta sound like that if you're melting down metal. Oh, yeah.
When it's melted, you're gonna know it. It's gonna look like an enchantment table in that furnace. That's why we're in here, because it's a little dangerous.
That is probably not good, to be honest.
All right, ready?
Got the enchantment table locked in. God, I can barely see. Kelly's got his witch's cauldron. Oh my goodness. Gosh, I'm so scared. Ah! Yo!
I can't even see it.
Keep going.
Come on.
The tip doesn't look like it's filling up.
No, in the middle.
No, stop it! Stop it now!
It's not filling in the middle.
It's full on the end. It's about to overflow.
It didn't fill in the middle. I'm gonna have a lot of grinding to do because I kept filling because it wasn't filling in the middle.
Golly, look at that end cap.
Gold sword is looking good.
We are back on the resin table, which is not dirty at all. I don't know why you would think it's dirty. This is the last time my mom's gonna be able to use this cup. I'd say this will work. Seems mixed enough. I'm gonna sprinkle some blackest paint in here. Oh, that was a lot. Now we pour. Modern art, baby. The pinky technique to really drag it home. And now we wait for 48 hours and hope it works. Honestly, if these don't work, I might not have a sword to slice with, and I do not want to get slimed. So we just gotta hope and pray, bro.
Now, I did a little bit of mining off screen, and just I don't know if you can see it. You want to go ahead and zoom in on this real quick? Don't be shy. A little bit closer. Yeah, that's about 42 hours worth of work. A diamond mining by hand. Hey, do you guys know how difficult it is to mine diamond by hand? Please subscribe.
This is the acrylic, and we have to be very careful with it.
Why do we have to be careful?
This stuff smells like bananas.
I would eat that if I could. That's the loudest sound. My diamonds! Okay, we're good. We're good. Continue. Never mind.
What you're gonna do is to get that wax on there, and you're gonna, in a circular motion, apply our wax to the surface like this. Wax on, just like in Karate Kid.
Bro, they don't know Karate Kid.
What? There's about 19 different Karate Kids?
This is very relaxing. All right, now we're gonna let this dry. When it dries, we're gonna buff it off, and then we're gonna put our sword down and cast the resin. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The sword is almost done.
I'm a little bit worried about this middle section here because while we were pouring, it did not want to fill up. Ooh. Oh no. That doesn't look very pretty. The bottom looks incredible. I have to do the unfortunate thing of chopping this into about 10 pieces and melting it back down and doing everything all over again. So I'm gonna do that right now. Gold crucible in the chamber.
I think the reason our first pour failed is because I forgot to skim the top to remove impurities and add flux, which makes our molten metal way more liquidy. So hopefully the second pour is a success.
Let's unbox our gold Minecraft sword and see what we got. It's still warm. It ain't perfect, but it's good enough. This is quite thin, so this should work pretty dang good and be able to slice.
It's handle time. Trace, cut, and glue. Let me guess, you're here to punch me again. I'm gonna get my big machine because it's way more convenient. I'm using Kelly's acid zone to glue my wood pieces onto the metal. Mr. Sword, are you ready for your operation? So first I glue them on. Oh, don't drop it. It's aligned enough. That's gonna be our handle.
We're gonna take the sword with clay right here, and we're gonna smush it down. That should seal all the sides, and then when we pour the resin, it should fill up and be perfect.
I feel like you're gonna bust through the ceiling, dude.
Yeah, that looks sealed to me.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably decently sealed.
So we're gonna slice it out.
Remove all the excess, hit them with it.
Excess.
Let's go get the shop vac and suck.
Okay, bet.
Stop, whoa, hey, you gotta do that. Take these.
That was actually quite solid, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm building a moat around the sword for the 1% chance that his seal fails. Boy, that ain't no straight line. What are you building? Yeah,
You making fun of me right now?
My gold sword looks like this right now, but within the next 8 hours, it will be crispy, shiny, and ready to slice. I'm about to narrate the next 9 hours of my life. Here I am grinding down my gold sword with the grinder, and here I am on the belt sander making things look nice and shiny, and here I am with the machine polisher, machine polishes thing beyond human comprehension. Oh, it looks good, look at it now. Wow! Oh, it looks like that thing got sharpness 3 on it. Yowlee! We're not done yet, but we're 99% there. All that's left is to add a wood handle here.
Step number 1. We take the blue, we add the blue. Think that's enough?
A little bit more.
A little bit more?
Okay, that's good. Oh, no, a little bit more.
Listen to this, right here.
Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob.
I gotta add a little bit more blue.
Yeah, that's way too much bucket of chum resin.
I mean, perfect. That's all, that's it, that's done. You're done. Now for the most important part, we have to add our diamond dust.
Wow, diamond. Wait, where are they?
All right, let's mix it. I mean, put this thing on a sword. I'd put this on a pizza. This is looking really good. Yeah, the slower that I stir it, the more the bubbles float to the top.
I can pour it like this.
We have discovered that Minecraft swords in real life sound extremely cool when you whack them with a railroad spike.
They actually sound like a full wind chime.
You guys need to comment which sword sounds better, the diamond?
I mean, that's a hard one to beat.
Or the gold sword.
Let us know in the comments.
Put on my middle school cafeteria lady gloves, and we're gonna hope that it's not wet. This is gonna be a sword. Hey, at least it's shaped like one. I mean, it's bendy, but that's kind of cool. I'm gonna leave that one there and start working on the half that I have. This right here is 1/3 of the sword that's gonna get you and Kelly slimed. It's shower time. Here, guys. You'll see it's quite floppy, but I'm about to fix that. 1/2 here, 1/2 here, with a piece of metal in the middle, stick them together, and then you got the good looking Minecraft netherite sword with a metal blade in the middle for slicing. This thing will win. After that, it's just polishing and sharpening, and we're ready to watch the boys get sliced. Slice time. Now that I have both halves of my sword, time to put them together with some metal. Glue number 1, glue number 2. I only have 6 minutes to do all of this. Push. That might actually slice. Now it's time to watch more resin dry. Actually, we're watching epoxy dry this time, something different.
Whoa, don't let it go over the side. Slower, slower.
I'd say that's just about perfect.
Ah, it's dripping all over the place. It's on my shoe. Dog, this works so good. I thought you meant to flex it. We just gotta make sure we got those balanced.
Dang near millimeter of space in between the brick and this acrylic. If this brick touches the acrylic will magnetize to it through surface tension and physics, and our sword will be ruined.
Netherite sword is a little bent, but it is dry and solid. All that's left to do is sharpen it and make the handle not sharp and scratchy. Which all involves this grinder. I'm gonna be on that grind, if you know what I mean. See, some people say bigger is better, but I prefer the small one. Bigger is better.
My golden Minecraft sword is complete. That bad boy looks good. And the pommel that matches the guard, this thing looks incredible. Check this out, we got Ender Dragon scales, and it is sharp and ready to slice.
All right, after slapping a very basic wooden handle on it, our diamond sword is finally done, and this thing looks amazing. I'm not gonna brag, but I think I'm gonna slice through the most items. No time to waste, let's get slicing.
In order to demonstrate what a good slice looks like, I'm borrowing our subscriber's katana to demonstrate what it's supposed to look like in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Anything less than that, destroy us with slime.
If you guys have watched the last Minecraft video that we made, you'll know that this looks oddly familiar, and that's because I just took the stone sword I already made and sharpened it so I could spend a little bit more time on the diamond sword. I'm pretty much cooked. Just get your throwing arms ready. 3,
2, 1. This is the iron sword. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know why I signed myself up for this. I made a sword out of wood, and then this piece of junk that is about 3 layers. It's just a mega metal and resin sandwich. The melon, it's getting through the melon. But the tatami mat, I don't know about it. But we'll start with the melon in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Before we go on to tatami mats, we have a slab of meat. Whose sword do you think should challenge the slab of meat? Gold? You guys really set up Kelly for failure when you told him to slice this with his gold sword.
Wait. Does that count? Does that count?
That absolutely worked. Now it's time for the real challenge, the Japanese tatami mat. These have been used to test the quality of swords for hundreds of years, and we're gonna use them to test the quality of our Minecraft swords. I will not fail to slice, the sword will fail, because I am going to go all out against this bad boy tatami mat. Who's ready to watch me succeed in 3, 2, 1. That hurts so bad! Golly!
That is impressive. For a piece of wood.
There was also some damage done to my sword.
3, 2, 1.
God! Ah! Look at this giga mess. We're halfway through.
Next up, we have the iron sword versus this tatami mat. You can just put the slime down. You're not gonna need it. Where's the shield? 3, 2, 1. No, I don't have my shield! Oh no! Look at my shoe! Next up, we have the gold sword, and this is easily the heaviest of all of our Minecraft swords. Slime grippers. 1. Go! No, wait! I'm not done! Oh, look at that! Oh! 3, 2, 1. Right in the goodies.
Now it's time for Minecraft's most powerful sword.
This is the last sword. We have quite a bit of slime left, so I'm gonna go fuel up.
I tell you what though, it's gonna move. It's gonna move big style.
Put that slime down because you don't need it. If this works, you have to subscribe, and if it doesn't work, subscribe anyways. If you be quiet, you can hear the sound of the slime slapping. 3, 2, 1. What? Put the slime down, baby! If you want to slime us in the next episode, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.